Alright guys, well, we're out on the bike on a nice shitty day. Of all the days for me to finally receive my GoPro microphone adapter, it's today. I was actually supposed to go on a motorcycle ride with the wife today. We had a couple friends that were looking to do a ride with us, and we were all kind of looking to do one together. And yeah, we've had great weather the last week or so, and then today it decided to rain. But hey, you know what? We needed it. Honestly, it hasn't rained in a while, so the grass was getting a little brown. Things were getting a little dried out, and we've had a few days here in Wisconsin that have been like 97 degrees, so it's been pretty toasty. But anyway, so I threw this microphone adapter together. I didn't ride earlier because it was actually raining yet, so I kind of wanted to hang out and wait till the rain stopped, because from everybody and everything that I've looked at, you know, we'll hang it right. People have said that the microphone adapter isn't waterproof, which makes total sense because it's completely exposed. The 3.5 millimeter adapter is kind of just hanging out there. So I've got the mic plugged in right now. I'm kind of curious to see what the audio's like. I do have the wind noise turned on for the GoPro, so hopefully that makes a difference. But it's kind of interesting because, let me close this visor. You know, there's quite a bit of wind noise in the helmet, and you don't often talk to yourself, so it's kind of odd to me hearing myself as muffled as I am. But I already kind of tested this out, and my voice came through clear as ice, so kind of hoping that remains the same now that we're doing, well, 56 miles an hour right now. So anyway, now that everything's hooked up, we're gonna try some different things. I think the GoPro but the microphone adapter is a complete waste of money. Unfortunately, it's the only way, or the only reliable way to get audio from a microphone into your GoPro, which is annoying. I'm using a Razer headset microphone. I searched up, down, left, and right. I've got tons of audio gear, thinking that I've got to have something that I can use. It's got a little bit longer of a 3.5 millimeter cable attached to it. I don't. So I went with the Razer mic, and I mean, the Razer mic is tuned pretty well for, you know, online gaming, so kind of hoping that that maintains truthfulness throughout the rides that I do. So just so everybody's aware, a couple updates. I have done a few more things to the bike, but gas prices being high and things going on with jobs, not mine, but my wife potentially could be going through a career change. The mods that I've been looking to do haven't happened as quickly as I'd hoped, and that's okay. You know, had to eat the expense of buying a new bike, so there's that. But I've got $1,000 set aside for the wonderful audio that I'm still waiting on, and is back ordered till September. I know I've already talked about that in a previous video, so there's that. Pretty excited to get that installed whenever that might be, because I'm a big audio guy. And then the next thing is, for ergonomics, I'm really looking to do a Kraus setup. So I watch a lot of the Moonshine Harley Davidson stuff, and I've always wanted to go and visit those guys because they do some really awesome builds. I found a couple of videos here and there that weren't really that happy with the kind of work that they were doing, you know, customers that they've had. But ultimately, all in all, seems like most people are having a pretty good experience with those guys. And that was a wide turn, sorry. It's a little wet, so I don't want to put her down too hard. But those guys all run Kraus Moto stuff. And the longer I've watched their videos, at first I didn't really like the design that Kraus was doing. but over time I grew to appreciate it, and ultimately I just want that 10 to 12 inch rise on the bar, because again, I'm a taller guy and ergonomics are important to me, especially for the long trips. And even on a street glide or a road glide, the ergonomics aren't all that fantastic, as most people who get into the business and build bikes know that if you're anything, even guys that are 5'7", maybe even shorter than that, I don't know, but people that are that height are still, you know, doing modifications to their motorcycles to kind of bring these bars up and closer. I've seen a couple modifications that guys have done on Lowrider S's where they take the old gauges and swap them out with road glide gauges. I think I'm going to do that. Again, that's we'll see when that happens kind of thing. It's not like immediate. This is probably going to be my setup for a good while here, honestly. Gonna come around this tight corner here slowly. So we have, the wife and I, we're gonna go out to Virginia where my brother lives early July. We decided against that. Again, gas prices and job stuff, and if she's got to start a new job and this, that, and the other, we just don't want to be too far away from home as a family if we don't have to be. So we are still going on vacation. We're going to Door County. We're taking the kids. Love that exhaust. So yeah, we're going to Door County, and anybody who's familiar with this area knows that Door County is a really popular tourist destination. There's a lot of people up there, a lot of stuff going on. I did a motorcycle trip up there last year with a group of buddies from the military base, and oh yeah, by the way, for anyone who didn't know, I'm a 10-year Air Force veteran. I just got out in November of 2021. Not that that matters or anything, but just figured I'd let you guys know. I know a lot of people who ride motorcycles oftentimes are veteran supporters, so this is a veteran-owned channel. Anyway, so yeah, it was me and the guys, a bunch of dudes from the military, more or less. We got a lot of shit going on here. Got all the fibs in Illinois up here, going to our beach bar there. This is Lake Elizabeth, south end, really close to the Illinois border. The town as a whole is close to the Illinois border, but of course here it's even more so. Every single one of these houses on the lake are owned by somebody from Illinois. And I hate it. I hate it. Lived in this town my whole life, and it's never been this laden with Chicagoans, or whatever the fuck they're called. But ain't nobody like them here, so if you're from Chicago, sorry not sorry, please leave. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to Door County. So as mentioned, if anybody knows, it's a big tourist area. It's the thumb, if you will, of Wisconsin. So lake on both sides. Really fun camping area. So we've got a KOA campground up there. Oh yeah, look at this house going up in here. This is fucking crazy. I don't know if you guys could see that, but this whole fucking house wasn't here, you know, last year. It was under construction, but yeah, they're taking up all the land. So me and my buddy Jackson, who I just got into riding motorcycles this year, he and I are gonna go ride out to Blue Ridge Parkway. My older brother is gonna meet us out there. He's already got us a hotel room, and we'll be doing the Blue Ridge Parkway for 3 or 4 days, and then we're gonna hit the Tail of the Dragon on the way back. So gonna be a good trip, good first trip for my buddy. Some people might be concerned about the fact that, oh, it's his first year riding, and that's a lot of miles. And my whole response to that is, well, you got to learn somehow, and you want to be put in every situation you can be put into, so that way you get the experience under your belt. Just my 2 cents. That's what happened when I started riding. I took a trip out to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina with my dad and my brother, and my brother and I were still pretty relatively new to the whole thing. But we'd been riding dirt bikes for, you know, quite some time. Let's see here. So it was natural progression. So anyway, yeah, so that's where everything's kind of got pushed off to. So I'm going to do my best. I'm not a professional videographer or anything like that. I can edit videos. I'm not by any means fantastic at it, of course. I do the best I can with what I know, and I'm sure as time goes on I'll learn more and more and more. And so most of the footage is probably going to come from this perspective. If this microphone thing works out this go around, then this is the setup I'm going to bring, and anytime it rains, basically I'll put things away and just, if we're out on the road, we'll just be riding, and that'll be that. But yeah, so I'm pretty stoked. Everybody involved's pretty excited. Jackson has got a Kawasaki Vulcan 900. It's a 2008. It's already having problems, but we're trying to fix them, and that's part of the fun. A good friend of ours, when we went on our trip down to Myrtle Beach years ago, he had a 1984 Honda Shadow that was fucking in horrible shape, and he rode it, and it blew up on us. We got it fixed on the road, and at the time it was absolutely dog shit horrible. But we look back on it in fondness now. So anyway, guys, so yeah, this is kind of just a first glimpse. Just wanted to get on the bike, talk to you guys. Any comments are welcome. You know, things for us to see and do while we're out on Blue Ridge Parkway, or if there's any other, you know, rides that you guys would like to see, or if you guys are curious about stuff here in Wisconsin. Thinking about doing the Harley Museum. It's always a little surreal that I live so close to, you know, the birthplace of the motor company. So a lot of people talk about coming up here, and even people who are like halfway across the world who start YouTube channels and they love Harley Davidson, but yet Harley Davidson started right here in good old Wisconsin. So if you get a chance, I do recommend, if you're an enthusiast or you're somebody who enjoys riding, or you're a Harley fan, to come up and see the motor company. And even if you don't like them now, I mean, there's a lot of history with the company, and I think anybody can respect that. So it's definitely a cool place to go. But anyway, so things like that is kind of what I'm shooting for. If there's anybody who's interested in stuff like that. And then yeah, I just kind of, I'll just switch things up and go on trips and talk to you guys, and we can all be motorcycle enthusiasts together. And of course, as things go on with the motorcycle and updates happen, then I'll keep you guys posted on all that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera off. I'm just kind of releasing some Saturday stress, if there is such a thing, and riding through town here, and I'm gonna do a few more miles and then call it. So anyway, thank you all for listening. I'm glad you're tuned into the channel. I hope every time I make one of these videos you get some value from it, and you know, I like doing it, so just like to open the conversation. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.